Welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Marathon. Today we are doing Lost Legacy version 2.0 beta RC4. RC stands for Release Candidate number 4. From what I understand, this is going to be the one that's going to be releasing actually next week, with only a minor details changed. Otherwise, it's going to be basically what you see here today. So if you're looking at this list and you want to download it, definitely wait about another week until the official release of 2.0 comes out, which is pretty awesome because this has been in the works for a long time. Lost Legacy, the last version of it came out a long time ago as 1.2 as a full release. And that was on an ENB. Now 2.0 beta has been in the works for a long time. And again, coming to a full release next week. So this version I'm playing was released on May 9th. We're looking at an install size of 269 gigabytes, and 97.4 of that is the download size. So install size 171.6, that's going to be the footprint, the minimum footprint on your system to have this mod list on there. I'm going to go over a little spiel about the list that I compiled from information from the mod list author and some of his loyal fans or players of his list. So Lost Legacy is a content-heavy Skyrim mod list built around massive build variety, huge perk trees, and an enormous amount of quests and collectibles. The list leans mostly into EnaiRim systems and uses Vokriinator Black as its perk overhaul, alongside experience-based leveling that rewards exploration, questing, combat, and world interaction rather than just skill grinding. Alright, combat stays fairly close to vanilla Skyrim, using systems like the Ultimate Dodge Mod and Wildcat to add a bit more depth without fully transforming the gameplay into Souls-like experience. Visually, the list uses community shaders instead of ENB like the previous version to maintain a much stronger performance while still delivering a clean and modern look. The biggest focus here is content. Lost Legacy includes a massive amount of quest expansions and supports over 4,000 Legacy of the Dragonborn displays, alongside mods like Vigilant and Wyrmstooth. Version 2.0 beta, also 2.0 official release coming out, was rebuilt from the ground up using Skyrim Anniversary Edition, trimming unnecessary clutter, improving performance, updating major systems and quest mods, and fully transitioning the list towards a more stable and streamlined experience compared to its predecessor, version 1.2. So, in this episode of Skyrim Marathon, we're going to put Lost Legacy 2 2.0 through a 2-hour uninterrupted stress test to see how the vision of it holds up in real gameplay, from performance to stability, combat flow, traversal, and overall cohesion. We're going to be putting sustained pressure on performance and stability, overworld traversal and LODs, combat feel and balance, UI clarity, and visual consistency. Alright, that's my whole spiel. Let's go ahead and get started into Lost Legacy 2.0, which is also running only 600, I know I say only, but compared to a lot of the other lists we've done, it's about 620 mods in here that are at play. So not too much. I'm expecting a pretty stable experience due to this. This list uses Nordic UI. I did open this list up to make sure everything's running correctly and set some of my hotkeys. And yeah, it looks pretty clean. I think you guys will like it. Now, the character creator we're going into, I think you're gonna see that the textures of the characters aren't quite at the level of, you know, those top visual lists like EnaiRim or Novus or Apostasy, but it gets the job done. And I think this is a lower barrier to entry for lower powered systems as well. The mod list author said he only uses he uses a 4070 Ti, but there is no official recommended specs for the list. Based from what I've seen though, and the fact that you can use community shaders, upscalers, and frame gen, I would say 4070 is enough to play at 4K, especially if you're open to using upscalers if you want to. 4060 Ti's, 4060s can probably play 2K fine. And then, of course, down below for 1080p, probably a 3060 or 3060 Ti, 3070, or maybe on the AMD side, like a 6700 XT or 6800 XT and up. All right, so character creator, let's take a look at it. So I already know there's no presets. I've checked it out earlier, so I'm gonna save you the time going through that. As far as like presets into the mod list, there are the usual presets here. And also, I'm using a controller today. The thing I like a lot about a lot of these kind of like close to vanilla type mod lists is that the controller compatibility is pretty good. No wheeler or anything like that, so it plays just like vanilla Skyrim. All right, let's see here. Let's see the High Elves, the Bretons. There's still that homeless looking dude over here as a Breton. Nords, Orcs, Redguard, and Wood Elf. Okay, I think it's been a while since we made a Khajiit, so let's make a Khajiit. All right, and then let's change them up a little bit here. I think the last Khajiit I remember making was Tombs of Talos review, actually. Not too stocky this time, just because, Khajiits are usually agile. Let's look at the hair. Okay. All right, cool. We're gonna stick with that. I think we'll just leave without facial hair here. And then hair color. Maybe we'll go with that. All right, let's just call it a day on this. This is our guy. His name is what should we call him? We'll name him Cannon. I don't know where I came up with that name, but we're gonna call him Cannon. All right, so we're gonna let all this stuff kind of load in. Take a look at the room. Pick up some different armors. All right. Little note here. Okay, that's weird. That is strange. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it on your end, but a lot of connecting and disconnecting on my computer. That's probably not the list at play. Something's going on with my computer, but it looks like it resolved itself. So this list does use modded survival mechanics, but it's completely toggleable on the settings here. So let's take a look. Speaking of settings, so there is hotkey reminders. You can see that there. It's F11 to toggle it. I usually reprogram it to the right control button. As you can see here, if you play mouse and keyboard, as far as the controls go for controller, it's pretty much standard. But mouse and keyboard, you got the most notable thing here is the backslash is toggle dodge type. So you can either do like a step dodge or a roll dodge. Community shaders is the N button. By the way, this list does not come with frame gen enabled. It really doesn't need it. But it did come with quality upscaling on. So I turned it to native AA, which hopefully I can show you on here. It looks like Y is an arcane weapon, which I don't see too often. Hide compass, and there is photo mode on here, and that's pretty much it. There's a bestiary and a quick light and a refill water button, I guess, for survival, harvest wood or create items, campfire. So it's a little bit of survival mechanics there. And I believe I forgot the name of the survival mod in here. I think I should be able to find it on here though. Give me a sec. I have it on my Discord, the little questionnaire I had him fill out. Okay. So a lot of big quests in here. LOTD, so LOTD, Wyrmstooth, Bruma, Elsewhere, Vigilant, Dakota, Glenmoral, Siren Route. Okay, and then let's see here. Lots of followers. JK overhauls for everything pretty much across the board. Very performance friendly. Doesn't have grass lods, for example. But thanks to weather mod and community shaders, the game still looks quite pretty. So I'm reading off the questionnaire here. The skies are definitely more on the fantasy vibe. Extremely stable. With a lot of content. 4,130 or so displays, not including relics of Hyrule. Of course, that's a mod, like kind of like a Zelda type mod that they kind of incorporated here. They say it kind of flows well into the list, so it's not too lore friendly, but I think it jives well, is what he meant. Yeah, I mean, this list seems like a pretty robust list here. I'm trying to find the part where he mentioned survival. Oh yeah, okay. So it uses Sunhelm for survival, but that's again, you can toggle that on and off as you wish. Okay, and there's the ultimate dodge mod over there, and then for controls, that's already preset to the sprint button. Okay, I'll take a look at our guy here in his underwear. Book of Origins. Night on the Road. Find the daughter of the knight who saved your life. Alright. Map, we're looking at... Okay, maybe not a good time to go into map right now. Okay. Don't do that. Don't go into map in this alternative start room. I never tried that before, but it looks like the system does not like that. I don't know if that's for every list, but best not to do that. Okay, so I think we're clear to go. I think we're clear to start. It's been a while now. We've been recording for 14 minutes, so let's go ahead and get started.
Calls you. Go to it.
All right, so where should we start today? I think we should start from overseas at Windhelm docks. Okay, we just got off the boat from elsewhere. And let's go ahead and start our adventure. That's a it's a oddly bright, over contrasted or overly saturated picture of that zombie guy there. So I gotta say, I like Nordic UI. It's really cool. Like it has this real like kind of light-hearted vibe to it. So it's a nice touch when I see it in list. And also right off the bat, I can tell you the lighting so far is impressive on this list. Now, community shaders, you can see here the upscaling section, FSR 3.1, but I have native AA on, okay? And frame gen is off. So we're getting 57 FPS in the open world near Windhelm. Okay, let's go ahead and... So it looks like there is no immersive equipment displays on this list. So just keep that in mind in case that's like a deal breaker for you. But honestly, it's fine. You don't need to have all that stuff loaded on your back anyways.
Who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
Yeah. Okay, so I like what I see so far. Great lighting. We're already at Windhelm.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
This guy looks pretty good actually.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
His face.
Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Okay, and textures look decent. They look pretty good. Yeah, these barrels look pretty good. The water looks good here. Let's test the sound in the water. Okay, good underwater sound. Now, there's no sky parkour in here, but there is the paraglider. So if you're a fan of the paraglider, there is the paraglider in this list. From what I've seen on MO2. Okay, standard swimming animations. It does move pretty quick. I don't know if that's like a Jeep thing or what, but it's moving pretty quick in the water. So I don't think there's weight in water in this list either. Again, these are all choices that could add, you know, to the stability of the list too. So I can see why you wouldn't include that. Also, it's too soon to say, but I don't think I see any like wetness effects on the armor just yet. But we're gonna keep an eye on that and see if it's obvious later. There is smooth cam in here, so you can choose from different smooth cam presets. Okay, so sorry, I'm just messing around here. Let's go ahead and start the 2-hour timer. And let's begin our Skyrim marathon run. Okay, 2-hour timer. All right. So swimming on the surface is pretty silent, so there's not much sound there. Now I know that the sound effects do exist because there are lists that have sound effects with the swimming. So maybe something to look into there. But the running on the water, running in the water, splashing in it, that seems to all be working as expected. Now, again, the combat's vanilla here, right? So don't expect dismembering framework. There's no dismembering framework in here. From what I can tell, there is no sanguine symphony as well. So a lot of that is vanilla as well. And again, that all kind of adds to the stability of the list, I'm sure. Oh, and then I was looking at maps earlier. So you got a standard flat world map here. Kind of like what a lot of the other lists have. This one looks almost exactly like the one on Novus. And then you have your skills. Okay, robust skills. Again, that's Vokriinator Black that they're using. But you can really dig down and go into the trenches with your build here. There's tons of nodes, and then there's also trees that don't normally exist in vanilla, like sorcery there, horsemen, yeah. exploration. So really cool. That reminds me, is survival on? No, I think survival maybe has to be toggled on the mod itself. I never really played much with Sunhelm before. Oh, one more thing from the menus. Let's learn all these spells. And then also, look at that. Select your class. Look at that. So you can select a class. So welcome to Classic Classes and Birth Signs Reimagined. Choose from traditional professions of Tamriel. Select Classic Classes. To create a custom class, select Custom Class. To proceed with birth signs without choosing a class, select No Class. And then, so let's go with Classic Classes. I want our guy to kind of be combat. So... And then kind of let's go with a knight, right? The story that he started off with in the beginning was that he has to save the daughter of a knight who saved his life. So let's say that he was a fellow knight. Okay. Of noble birthright or distinguished in battle or tourney, knights are civilized warriors schooled in letters and courtesy, and governed by the codes of chivalry. Knights study the lore of illusion and enchantment to better command the battlefield. Major skills are block, heavy armor, one-handed, two-handed, illusion, speech. Okay. Ability, sturdy, heavy armor is 20% stronger. Okay, that sounds good to me. Now, birth signs. Let's go. He's gonna be a kind of a spell sword, so let's go with the mage. And the mage is a guardian constellation whose season is Rain's Hand. But Magicka was first used by men, those born under the mage, a talent for spell. Those born under the mage, a talent for spell casting, but are often arrogant and absent-minded. I don't think that sentence quite reads right. Those born under the mage sign have mage's wisdom and permanently gain 30 Magicka. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. So let's go ahead and equip all that. And let's test out our conjuring first. I like the clean mana and the health bars in the bottom left. I like how they kind of go away when you're not using them much. Alright, that's enough setup time. Let's go into Windhelm, take a look at it, and then we're gonna head our way around the map. Most likely, we're gonna... Oh, I'm under a sheet of ice here. We're gonna go towards Winterhold, I believe, today. So we're gonna go counterclockwise. Take a look at these guys. Okay, other Khajiits.
This one thinks you should be more careful with your spells.
I enjoy the music. It's nice music. Again, the lighting looks really good. Okay, standard weighting here. The standard weighting, there's no modern weighting mod. Yeah, Nordic UI is really like, it's an underrated mod. I really enjoy it.
Horses all day long.
Again, you see that there's quick loot in this list, but this list is still pretty low on the mod count that I'm pretty confident it's not gonna get rid of the compass. I have to see first if this has compass overhaul on it though. Let's see.
If the guards would listen to Viola, they'd have caught the butcher by now.
And you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We have...
aside because
Let's see here. So quests. So Sunhelm. Okay, so find a bed to sleep in, and then Sunhelm begins. Okay.
Right.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll
So kind of like a darker tone
we got ways
to
of finding out
Windhelm,
what
but
you
I
really
really like how clean it looks. It doesn't have like this blocky ice chunks, like with weird edges to it too much from what I can see so far. It's got a little bit of snow on the ground. The music's hitting really well too.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Yeah, this looks quite good.
Mighty Arcane, God of mortals, hear now the prayers of your humble servant. Bless these departed souls and welcome them into the
We're getting 66 FPS in Windhelm on 4K. Again with a 9070 XT, which is pretty good.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
Damn faithless Imperials.
Mighty Arcane, I pray that you will shepherd these souls as they pass.
So far, I'm really liking how clean the list looks. The visuals look really good. I can't wait to see how the interior lighting looks in a moment. We're gonna go into the into the palace over here. But with how much content's included in this list and how stable it kind of seems, we're gonna see, of course, in 2 hours how stable it really is. But I can see this as like a candidate for me to put on my
Won't give us a straight answer.
to put onto my ROG Ally X actually as like a main list to play, especially with how friendly it is with
We've intercepted
controls
traders from
with a
Solitude.
controller.
The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
Okay, so interior lighting
If he's not with
looks
us,
pretty good.
he's against us.
I do think there's a lot of bleed over in
How long are you going to
lighting,
wait?
but then again, it is daytime because this is a really bright room. Usually it's a lot dimmer.
I missed.
So like, let's see at night how it looks.
You mean shoving a sword through his
Okay, yeah, that looks a lot. Okay, the lighting is pretty on point here actually. So it was bright, of course, because it was daytime, and so I took that into account.
This then,
And now that it's nighttime,
I still
you know, you
see
start to see little dark areas where there's not much lighting in between.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support.
this doesn't concern you.
I like their
Be
armors.
ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun.
I like his
If we can
armor.
take
That's
the
cool.
city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
The people are behind you.
speak with Garmar.
Can't really see his face right now, but I mean, overall, a pretty clean vibe I got going here.
Let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom.
Yeah, this guy looks pretty
Keep us
cool.
from
His
weighing things in
his
their
armor is a little
I used to be an adventurer like you. And I
a
took
little
Harrow
dated
with me.
looking, but
How many of their
I mean,
sons and daughters follow your
his
path?
face and stuff look pretty good.
My heart goes out to Clan Shield. Kin murdered, family Warhammer stolen.
Textures look pretty decent.
No fairness in all that.
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but
Okay, we're gonna check out the inn.
I own Holly
Also,
Rock's
this
farm
is
outside
night
the
in the list, which looks pretty good.
It's honest work, if a bit dull.
You can see running is vanilla running animations. Jumping, I believe, is standard jumping as well.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
How can El... You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
Okay, interior lighting again. Looks really good. At night.
And what might you need?
The NPCs all seem to have armor fitting them
Around
correctly.
any corner.
And their
Need
clothes
something.
fitting correctly.
Yes, need something. And what might you need?
Okay, let's see how this place looks during the day.
I'm a
Elder
sailor on the
Hipster
North
a
Hill.
while back
We're laying
over
over in
that
Windhelm.
Sorry, I'm testing the dodging out.
What? Name's Nils.
Yeah, pretty good.
Up at Candlehearth.
Good lighting. Well done.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bit.
Okay, a little bit of a blizzard out today. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Let's see if the weather improves. Yeah, then the night looks good here. Really clean. And look at the constellations. This is one of those cases where like less is more. You get so much content with such a low mod count. And it gives you the sense of perceived stability because of the amount of mods that are in here. It doesn't seem as fragile. Especially with LOTD, because LOTD, if not done correctly, can add a lot of instability to a list from what I hear. So to make up for it, you add stability in everywhere else you can. For example, getting rid of things or not using things like weight in water, or just all the extra fluff that it's like a cool to have, but not worth it in the end if you want like a true stable experience. The distance looks really good here. Hey, can't wait to see how the rest of the world looks. Let's head to Winterhold next. Okay, so I don't think this uses compass navigation overhaul, which is probably a good thing because then now you know like even less of a chance of quick loot causing an instability issue with the compass. Let's test out some of our magic. Okay, so a little bit of blood. I think that's just the vanilla blood effects though. But still, I mean, that's pretty good enough. Like, you get some blood on your sword. Now the dodging, okay? So you have... Well, let me get my stamina back. And I'll show you. Also, something interesting you should know. It does have auto input switch, right? But that doesn't mean you can swap between keyboard and controller. You kind of got to commit at the beginning because only some functions of the keyboard work from what I've noticed. Like switching the toggle for dodge type, which I happen to have put also for camera. It toggles for the keyboard and the community shaders. But if I want to try and move my character, like with the WASD, that doesn't work. Whether that's intentional or not, it's worth noting. And maybe other people watching and play this list can chime in and see if that's how it is for them too. But I do enjoy the fact that I can play a list comfortably with a controller when I do come across them. So visuals look really good. The lighting, of course, it's toned down. It's not too bright during the day, but one could say that's more realistic looking. You can see here I'm also leveling up kind of naturally, again with experience. I'm getting 60-ish FPS right now, 58, but 100% GPU utilization. And again, that is with no upscaling on. And as I've said before, it's crazy like how upscaling really doesn't, you can't really notice it with community shaders, at least for quality preset. Now let's give an example here. Let's look at, I don't know, let's look at this scene here with something close and something far. The wolf staring at us. And we're gonna switch it to quality here, okay? Now you can see we're at 93 FPS now. And visually, the list is, the game looks pretty much the same. You gotta love that versatility that it has. Let's send a wolf after the wolves. Dogfight. Oh, that's a strong wolf. Taking him down. Chase him. Get him. Yeah, that's a strong wolf, man. Proud of you. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. We got a lot of ground to cover as usual. I'm liking the difficulty level of this list too. It seems to be more up my alley, more my style. I can tell the combat music is a new style combat music. It's not vanilla. I'm kind of tempted to steal that person's armor, but we'll just keep going. Back and play a little bit since it's a controller friendly mod list here. Now a lot of other lists that have like Wheeler and all that do say they're controller friendly or they're controller compatible, but I find that it just starts to become a little too complicated. The controller scheme or the controller layout is kind of maxed out at vanilla, to be honest. And putting anything else on top of that kind of just makes things a little confusing. Maybe you can get used to it. I'm sure there's a lot of you people out there who play lists with more buttons assigned to the controller, and you kind of got used to it by now. But you know, anything past what's vanilla for me, I have to just switch to mouse and keyboard usually. It just doesn't feel as natural. All right, let's test our fighting abilities here. We'll do a little bit of Warhammer. Okay, I'm about to die, and I have a feeling this list does not have alternate death. We're gonna find out right now. Okay, loading screen. If we're back to where we saved, basically it's just vanilla for that. Okay. So, if you're playing this list long term, you definitely want to either, at your own risk, of course, add an alternate death mod. I think the most stable is Stages of Suffering, the one that Apostasy uses, because what Aljo had pointed out, it doesn't require you to go through a loading screen, which could cause save corruption in the end. So I would use that. And then, of course, then you'd have to be okay with the fact that you just turn ethereal when you die. But overall, that mod is pretty stable and doesn't have very many requirements to it. Otherwise, what you should do is turn the game off and turn it back on again when you die like I just did. But for the sake of the review, we don't play it long enough for save corruption to kind of build up. So we're gonna just keep going when that happens. Just gotta make sure we save often. Difficulty settings. The game is at expert by default, so we're keeping it on that. Also, I believe like save on rest and all that there's like the autosave system was already enabled, so you gotta disable it when you're playing this list. Because as we know, autosave is not usually a safe saving practice for modded Skyrim. And I know it's unfortunate you have to go through all these hoops playing modded Skyrim with the saving system being a certain way, but you know, it's just the price you pay to play. You gotta just accept it at some point. I know there's mods out there like saving system overhaul or something like that. And yeah, give those a shot. I personally don't though, because I'm just a little more paranoid than that. Jesus. Jesus, no. Okay. Spoke too soon about this list being more forgiving. But I mean, it honestly, it probably is forgiving. I'm just being dumb about the way I'm being just dumb about the way I'm playing it right now. I'm being too loose with it. I'm not trying very hard. So we're gonna just bypass that area. We're gonna encounter like different fights, I'm sure, later, but something that we're less prone to dying, so you don't have to just watch me die over and over again. But we're gonna summon our wolf as a decoy as we get through this section here. What the hell? These guys are coming after me too? Alright, let's see what we can do here, guys. Oh god, not gonna lie, I got a little nervous there. Okay, this guy has a spear. Let me try that out. This guy's got a cloak on and a quarterstaff. I'm gonna try that out too. Okay, how does it play with no spell? Okay, pretty much the same. Okay, power attack is the same as as the vanilla game. You just hold the attack button down. Why does my camera seem out of focus? Kind of weird. There we go. Okay. It's unusual. So the lock-on button is the right stick. You just press that in to lock onto a target. Now, we know that Vanilla Skyrim doesn't have that feature, so that's one thing that's different than Vanilla Skyrim. This guy wants a piece of this, huh? Alright. Let's try a quarterstaff on you. That went pretty well. Okay, let's try out some of this stuff here. So we're gonna try on the cape, see if there's SMP physics. We're gonna put on the plate armor, the helmet, and let's see. Okay, so no SMP physics on the cloaks. Again, that could be a stability and a performance choice. Kind of like the way the swing is with the staff. It's not bad. How does it look like in first person? Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's see how the hitboxes are. You know I'm a stickler for the hitboxes in first person.
Something.
So far, I'm having a good time, and this list seems very stable. Random horse in here. The carriage guy here, huh? Is this a carriage?
I mostly deal with
Drivers Guild Guard.
Trouble? Nah, I don't think so.
Now, I had read earlier the grass lodges are not done in this list, so we're going to take a look at it and see how it compares to like how the lodge looked in the last list we reviewed. Was it Elder Teach? And see if it's as noticeable. But we're going to have to wait till we get to a grassier area. Alright, so it looks like this is kind of a standard, like, vanilla, maybe retextured Winterhold. Which is quite refreshing to see sometimes, because, you know, it does bring back nostalgia to how Winterhold usually looks. Yeah, you got, like, certain stores here. Let's take a look at one of the interiors.
Best of
Yeah, the lighting is on point in here.
May not look impressive.
The textures inside look good, like the wood textures look good. Yeah.
Winterhold was once the capital of Skyrim.
Nice, you can find these little figurines, I guess. They're collectibles. Oh, they must be for LOTD. That's cool. I didn't know that would just be randomly in here.
Was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist him even now.
Looks good. It looks really good. Hats off to you for the lighting, modlist author and your team. Impeccable job. The people at Crimson Desert could use a little bit of tips from you guys. Because those guys don't know how to do interior lighting for some weird reason, even though the rest of the game looks pretty on point. Alright, so we got some flashing textures out there on some of the ice floating. Not a big deal, but something noticeable in case you're the modlist author or your team watching this and that's something you want to check on. That's that. Again, not game breaking or anything. Just something worth noting if you're kind of a perfectionist trying to make sure you get every little nook and cranny. And videos like this are useful for that purpose. Alright, so Winterhold is done. We're gonna head to Dawnstar next. Now we know these guys whooped my butt in the last couple lists, a couple lists ago. The hitbox is good. The hitbox is good for that. And I like leveling up skills by using it. That's my preferred way of leveling. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. Oh, that's not good. I'm glad I just saved this a moment ago. I did not anticipate higher level wolves over there. Okay, what time is it? 3:12 p.m. I should be able to make it to Dawnstar before nightfall. The water looks really good here. Alright, some dual wielding. I can't seem to get the dodge to work. I did earlier on mouse and keyboard. But perhaps I need to make that setting here. Where is it? Ultimate dodge mod, right? There, right there. Gamepad controller compatibility. Look, they have an NPC dodge AI too. That's interesting. Okay, let's see it says sneak style 1. So okay. Okay, so sneaking is the left trigger, you press it down. And then if your weapon's drawn, that same button becomes a dodge button. There we go. Figured it out. So yeah, if you're playing controller, make sure you turn that on. Okay, hold on. I mean, I got a potion. I don't got a potion. Dude, I'm about to die if I unpause this. Ah! Oh man, I think I just saved right there too, so that's good. Yeah, don't play around with those wolves, man. Let's do a little bit of bow action here. Screw this wolf. I'm gonna take him out. Okay, this wolf's gonna take me out. Never mind. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. That number 2, like there's a Roman numeral 2 in his little diamond next to his name there. That has something to do with something that makes him harder, I think, because that wolf hits way too hard. I think stability-wise, it wouldn't hurt to add stronger swimming animations to this list. I think it's a superior swimming animation than vanilla, obviously. And it wouldn't add, I don't think it'll add any instability. It'll just add to the list. It doesn't have any performance impact at all. But something, I don't know, feedback from a player. That's consider that. I'm not telling you how to make your list. Just some feedback on what I think. Do what you want with that. I can respect how minimal this list is trying to be. So, yeah, don't take it as I think you should add a bunch of different mods. Because I'm not suggesting you add like MCO, BFCO, Sanguine Symphony, Dismembering Framework. I can respect the list for what it is. I'm just saying, like, these little subtle, like, OAR mods that could just enhance the overall feel of the list while keeping true to the intent, I think, wouldn't hurt to consider. Alright, so here we are at Dawnstar. I believe that's a modded ship over there. That's not normally here. So this is overhauled. I think JK's is what he uses. So perhaps this is a JK overhaul. No, it's clever because you didn't suspect a JK. You didn't expect an overhaul here because they didn't have an overhaul really in Winterhold. So then it's cool that these little subtle things kind of happen where you expect it one moment and then the next moment you don't expect it and then it surprises you. Kind of plays with your mind a little bit. on like if something was in vanilla Skyrim or not all this time, or if it's an add-on. Nice high texture signs, right? Textures are good here too. The rock looks good. The snow looks good, which says a lot because snow usually looks terrible. Let's go inside here.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
It's a curse. It has to be. I've got to get out of this town.
Irgnir, get a hold of yourself. They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erandur.
Listen to your friend, Fuki.
It's been a while since I was in a vanilla,
I assure you that it is quite normal.
in a vanilla, what do you call it? A lodge or whatever. Forgot what these are called. Inn. At a vanilla inn, in Dawnstar. Usually it's the overhauled version of it.
Give him a chance to speak. He's trying to help us.
Okay. A little bit of nighttime. Let's see how it looks. Okay, nice lighting in the sky. This is, again, it's 8:28 p.m. You start to see the sun, the stars come out as the sun starts to go away. There's like a nice pink in the sky. Okay, and nice. I leveled up organically by just exploring. Let's do some magicka here. And let's beef up our destruction a little. Destruction spells cost 35% less magicka, and destruction spells are 2.25% more powerful per level of destruction. I'll take that. Okay. And let's switch to... Actually, we'll keep playing the bow for a little bit. We didn't get to experience that too much yet. We got Santa Claus here. Just testing to see if he gets mad. Sorry, dear. I know that wouldn't kill you. In fact, that did like no damage to him. It seemed like all's forgiven here.
Welcome. Are you here for the Saturnalia celebration?
And put him in the leg there. Let's see. Sorry, if you've seen my review of Nymph Savage World, you saw that I messed with this Santa Claus guy and it was kind of hilarious. So I'm just seeing how he reacts in this list. It seems like he kind of just takes it. Look at that. No harm, no foul. This deer at least fights back. But Santa Claus doesn't seem to mind.
Teach you to disrespect the holidays.
The holidays. Oh, I didn't know he was so festive. I knew he looked like Santa Claus, but I didn't know he had any dialogue about holidays. Alright, anyways, I don't want to hurt them. I just wanted to mess with them. Can I mount him? Can I mount? Okay, never mind, I can't. Alright, I'm sorry. This deer is persistent. This deer is pissed off, man. He's coming at me. He won't stop. Okay, there we go. Okay, I promise I'll stop. Oh, the dogs are attacking him now. The lighting at night looks really good. That's very like I don't know, picturesque, I guess I could say. I gotta take a picture of that. It's like very dramatic looking. Alright, so we're headed to... I think we're gonna bypass Morthal today and head to Solitude because I have been kind of messing around too much. And we need to cover more ground. I need to find a cheese point here. Alright, that'll do it. Excuse me. All right, let's make it daytime. You know what? The sunrise usually looks good on these lists. Yeah, like the sunrise there. I think it's preferable to switch the dodge button to the sprint button. Right now it's the sneak button, which is a little odd to get used to, but I don't know, maybe you can get used to it if you kind of change it. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, there's probably a way to change it though to the button that I'm talking about. Alright, we see Solitude in the distance over there. What the hell is that sound? It's the Nern root. the Nernroot is like a silly mod making the Nernroot talk. Alright, I'm gonna go back to spell sword style, but this time we'll do a spear. Yeah, the hitboxes feel good. Okay, this wolf's gonna kill me. God damn you, wolf. Yeah, so alternate death mod or restart. I mean, if this was mine, I would rule 11 for a moment with stages of suffering. Just to... Man, did I really... All the way back here? And then the level up now? Jeez. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save you guys some time. I don't remember the COC code for Morthal, but I'm gonna save you guys some time, and we're gonna go to Morthal real quick, okay? As like, I'm sorry that I didn't save, and now you gotta watch me run all the way back. Okay.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes? Please.
Enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns.
Okay.
After you all. Please.
Back on track. Now we got to see Morthal.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it.
I hear a Nernroot right here. You hear the Nernroot?
Look at me! Collect me, I'm a Nernroot! I'm a Nernroot! I make loud noises!
You hear that? You almost want to pick them up just to shut them up. Alright, so... Anyways, task at hand. Solitude.
Morthal used to be a quiet place.
It's kind of good because I do want to see the performance in this area, because the performance usually kicks every list butt in this area. So let's see what kind of drop we're looking at. Right now we're at 71 FPS in Morthal. I can tell right now this is an overhaul of Morthal. This is not standard Morthal.
What is it?
Be careful with this list. Sometimes you feel strong enough that you let your guard down, and then you get put back in your place again when you die easily from the next thing that comes at you. Some floating vegetation here. Floating basket with an egg. Hopefully, it's just right over this ridge, the Solitude. So 68 FPS. Oh, you know what, guys? I left quality on. My apologies. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, 51 FPS, 49. It's still really good though. It's still really good for this area. 50 FPS. You know, a lot of lists I've dropped down to like 30 FPS, mid 30s, low 40s in this area. Now, if you're a more serious Skyrim player and don't really like it too lighthearted, I would say before starting a new game, find out the name of that Nirnroot mod and maybe disable it. I believe that should restore you back to the regular Nirnroot sounds. It's funny though. It's funny, I'll give it that, but sometimes that's just not what you... It takes you out of the immersion if you're kind of really into the immersion side of playing Skyrim. Alright, so not the typical overhaul for Solitude that you normally see. Where like there's a bunch of buildings down here. I know that Solitude at least has LOTD, the Dragonborn Museum there. So I'm expecting some level of overhaul to Solitude. So we'll see. I've never seen this dude jump off of his...
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Good day.
Driver's Guild.
Like you.
So this is new. So Driver's Guild, I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before, but these guys are running the carriage game here. And I've seen this guy just jump off the carriage.
Need a ride?
Okay, no, this guy's a carriage guy. Never seen that animation play before. This person's got some pretty cool armor. Glob. She doesn't want to talk to me at all though, but... The armor looks pretty cool.
If you come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Riften.
Can't hurt Uncle Bob here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Position. Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Traitor! You betrayed us!
It's starting to rain. How cinematic for the death of Rogvir for it to start raining. It's gone up a few drama points here.
By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude. He doesn't deserve this.
Okay, yeah, so there is a wetness effect. I believe is EMB wetness effect probably running this. But everybody's all wet now. And so is my armor. I really like now EMB doesn't have this from what I can tell. It has splashes of Skyrim, which shows splashes on the ground, but EMB, not EMB, but Community Shader actually has like water pooling up on the ground, which is really cool. Yeah, I really like that. It really adds a sense of rain more.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple or a tomato.
Yeah, look at the ground. It's all like drenched in water. Really cool. Okay, there's also the sewers mod here. I've been seeing that a lot lately. Yeah, definitely overhauled. Let's take a long way around. Let's see if we can wait out this rain here. Wow, like the lighting at night looks good. It's really dark, I'm sure, for you, but like you can see the reflection of the lights in the rainy water on the ground, in the on the wet ground.
I wish only to graduate and enroll with the Legion.
It's raining all day. Wish it would stop. There we go. Okay, clear weather. So the lighting for the sky, I mean, there's a sense of realism here, but the days are a bit dim. If I had my way, the day would be a little bit brighter. At least by midday. You know? But it seems like the brightness is it's holding itself back just a little. Okay, Dragonborn gallery. I guess we'll take a peek in here as well. Just the entrance, just to see real quick. And then we're gonna go to the Blue Palace.
I'm sorry, the museum is currently closed until further notice.
Cool little shout outs here to his supporters.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
Okay, that's a minute and 20 seconds to read that plaque. Definitely worth checking out. Okay, this guy keeps talking to us. We gotta head out. Yeah, definitely show your support and read that if you'd like. See all the names of the supporters there. Maybe if you are a supporter, you would definitely be inclined to read that, because you want to see where your name is. Alright, so before we go on here, the last list we played, the lighting could use a lot of work. It was also a community shaders list. In this area. So let's see how the lighting looks this time around. Okay, the lighting looks better. I think this room is filled with a lot of natural sun, which gives it a lot of brightness during the day. But it does look good. Now let's see how it looks at night with the brightness not coming in. Okay. Okay, yeah, see how everything gets dim, and then now it really relies on candlelight to give lighting, and this area is kind of like just dark. Now it's not pitch black because you still have moonlight coming through here.
My scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely
Please don't
superstitious
interrupt the
nonsense.
court.
Please,
Some more
don't interrupt.
tempered reaction might be.
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell
Thane
Captain
Bryling,
Malthus I
at
said
your
to sign
service.
Some NPCs look like they look good, And some NPCs are a little bit more on the simpler side on the way they look.
Rest easy.
Please, don't interrupt the court.
I've got what I came for.
I can always find time to share a word with a warrior. I'll
Yeah.
get back to court business then.
If everyone whines and moans,
Like for example, this lady right here, Nithrio.
is Nithriel, and I am
Nithrio.
both attendant to the court and someone worthy of your confidence.
Or even
The
Elisif.
passing of my dear husband Torrig, the weighty position of
It's all a preference on the mod pack you use for NPC overhauls.
Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Yeah, so far though, the lighting's good in this area. Looking forward to seeing some other areas. Again, I wish it was a little brighter during the day. You know, you can see that it's a sunny day here, but it doesn't look that way down here on the ground. The brightness is pulling its punches a little too much, in my opinion. Again, that's my opinion. Maybe if you brighten it too much, it's going to ruin the whole look of everything, and that's probably why. The modlist author and his team should know best.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do.
Pardon me.
It's a good shot right here.
Wait, were you saying something? I don't hear so good.
62 FPS in Solitude. It's not bad for a modded Solitude. Alright, so we're gonna hit the Dragon Bridge next. And then over to Morthal. Not Morthal, Markarth. Hopefully the stability keeps up, because right now it is pretty stable, as people have been saying. You know what overhaul or expansion I don't see in lists ever is become High King of Skyrim. Like that's like a massive mod out there, isn't it? But I don't see any list like touting that it has that in the list. Now, I don't know what you guys think of it, but maybe in the comment section you can tell me why you would think that that mod is not being used in lists in general, because it's quite expansive, and I never played it before, but I am curious about it. But I'm also curious to why it's not as popular as I think it should have been. So yeah, let me know in the comment section why you think Become High King of Skyrim, if you've heard of it, is not in the list that we see out right now. Because the concept sounds cool. You know, I mean, once you've done everything, you know, try to become the High King of Skyrim sounds like it's a huge time sink. You could put like dozens, if not over 100 hours into that endeavor. Alright, so we're approaching... Was there a wolf coming at me? Dragon Bridge here. Alright, so let's see here. What has been done? The wood textures are definitely there. The signs are good. It seems to be overhauled, but like in a very modest way. The horse here seems to be quite vanilla. I mean, look at his hair and his fur. These look really high, like good textures. These look like really good. I don't know why it caught my eye, but like this scene right here looks cool.
Need something?
I think because they're props, huh? Yeah, they're props. That's why they look so clean. You can't actually pick them up. All right, let's take a look at the interior here, and then we'll head out. Four Shields Tavern.
Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
I feel like this fire is not emitting much light around it. You can see like the stone right next to it it's not showing any light next to it. Maybe okay, it's brightening a little bit now. Okay, the lighting has changed drastically in here if you just advance time a little.
Make it quick. You there. Heed my request. If you're a bard, for your own sake, do not sing. For your voice cannot compare to mine. Something on your mind?
Don't start any trouble, and I think we'll...
Fate is the name. I keep the inn. Good day.
Okay.
What is it?
Let's head out. Oh, what an ominous time of day here. What time is it? 6:28? Kind of nice, like before like sunset time of day. Looks pretty nice. A little too dark for our gameplay though. Take a look at the lighting real quick though. This Dragon Bridge lighting looks good. The lighting in the city looks good, in this town I mean. As you come here, like a lot of areas are dark except for where the lanterns are, which is good proper lighting. That huge moon really adds some flair to the scene. Alright, so we're gonna make our way to Markarth. What's the best way? Rorikstead. That's oftentimes a town that we overlooked, isn't it? Alright, so this area is where I first noticed the Lodge kind of looking a little odd in Elder Siege when I played it. So let's see, now this one, this list like straight up admits that the grass lodges are not in this list, so it should look the same pretty much, right? Yeah, right there, you can see. So I get it, if it's a performance thing, I get it. You know, you just gotta go into it and expecting that, and it won't catch you off guard.
Yes, actually, I'm not going to get away from me.
Alright, we need a distraction. We need a distraction. Damn, she almost got me. You almost got me. Better luck in the next life. Yeah, so right here is where you notice like the grass lots. This is a very noticeable area. But again, it was mentioned already, so I kind of expect it. Well, I like this overhaul right here of this little bandit encampment. I'm not a huge fan of the combat music. It's a little too... I don't think it's Skyrim-y enough. It's like, it doesn't have enough of a Skyrim vibe to it. This guy seems to just be taking the hits. Don't mind if I do, buddy. Alright, cool. I can get a great sword from him. These bandits kind of seem to not be doing much. They're just kind of standing there. It's a little peculiar. I mean, I ain't complaining. It's making my job easier. Some of them are doing something. Like this guy's for sure doing something. What do you got on you? I don't want to test my luck too much. You got a mace. Alright, let's take that and get out of here. All in all, that went pretty smooth. Now, I'm not sure why, but the water looks a little odd in this list. The water looks great, don't get me wrong, down here. But the waterfalls, they look a little different than I usually see them. And I know it's hard for Skyrim to do waterfalls well. But something about them are standing out to me. I don't know if it's a negative thing or if it's just a thing I noticed. They just look different. Let's try some third person. Alright, that went well. Looks like there's another one up here. Nice, rain coming in. Looks so dramatic with the rain. It just turns so dark. Cool weather mod that was chosen. I mean, the visibility is pretty poor, but I mean, that makes it more real, right? Let's do some shield. Yeah, these animations for first person are way better vanilla than Sigma for some reason. Like, I don't know, I guess Sigma is trying to be an improvement over what is out there right now, but it just feels over-engineered. This is nice, simple, like just swing and hit something, and you don't have to worry about like and then like the fifth one swings and then misses. $49 FPS, 47, 46. So this area is starting to venture into what we typically see in 4K on a modded Skyrim sometimes. But now it's rebounding. Now it's at 57 FPS. crap out of those wolves. I think I got a silver sword too. Let's try that out. Get rid of our old... Well, actually, maybe we'll go dual wielding a little bit. It's a nice sight. Let me see if I can take a picture of this. This is good. Yeah, I think these are bandits or forsworn. No. Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, Red Eagle Redoubt, that's what it was. Okay, I'm going to like heavily occupied bandit territory here. I don't know why my magic is not restoring. Maybe because I'm in combat still? Shut up. Alright, let's do dual wielding a little bit more. Do I have a debuff on my magicka regeneration? Head injury. Injured for 264 until fully healed. Stops magicka generation and drains 5. Okay, that's what happened. Huh, what's causing that? Interesting. Okay, well if you just wait it out, I think it goes away. Yeah, it does. Okay. There we go. You know, I think this list would look really good on ROG Ally. Because the screen is smaller, the textures won't be as obviously like... I'm not saying they're low res, some of them are, but it's a performance choice, right? But from afar they look great. So like playing on a smaller screen, things just tend to look a little better. Hell is that thing? He's about to kill me. That's not deep enough. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna have to cheese this thing. Right next to this Nern root. Taking a little bit of seriousness out of the situation there, Nern root.
All right then.
About 26 minutes left. I think the playability of this list and how much content is in it, especially if you wait another week until the official release is out. I think, especially since it seems very stable. I think the value on this list for your time is really high. Now value, because it doesn't cost anything, so you can't use that as the value. It's part of the value equation, but the cost of your time invested into a mod list, I think that this mod list is probably worth, from what I've seen so far. Let's see how the review ends, but I would say this is worth your time. You can sink a lot of money, a lot of time into it, and I don't think it's gonna like crap out on you, or I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be less stable than just playing vanilla Skyrim. That's what I like about these like close to vanilla plus type of mod lists. Is that the stability rating on them is so high. $322 is pretty dark here right now. Let's see.
All right.
All right then.
Ulfric Stormcloak, the rightful High King? What a laugh.
I like the armor that they chose for these guards. It's very fitting since it's Markarth. It has kind of like a dwarven theme to it. That's kind of mixed with the usual guard armor.
What is it?
That's a cool touch. I've never seen that before. Alright, let's see how Markarth looks. It could look really dramatic or it could look really bland depending on how the lighting is. So let's see. Also, we gotta kill that Forsworn guy in the beginning, right? Let's see if he pops up. There he is. Oh man, I didn't take a good enough hit at him. Oh, he's coming at me instead.
Die for my people.
Everyone, stay back. The Markarth city. I'll have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
What do you need?
Gods. A woman. Are you alright? Did you see what? I'm so... Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. It's important.
Hmm?
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
Need something?
Okay, so the lighting, of course, it veers towards a more realism side, right? So that's good. You see like the shadows really darken this area where the sun doesn't hit. It really darkens those areas quite a bit. Now, where the sun is in the sky also plays a role. So like, you don't see the sun right above us. It's probably over a ridge somewhere. So now this whole area is all dark. Yeah, the sun is just kind of like over the mountains already at this point. But if you look at it in the morning, let's see if this theory holds up. You start to see some sun hitting these areas. Oh, now it's just a rainy day. Well, it doesn't look rainy, but it sounds like it's an overcast. It looks like an overcast day, but it's dark. Ah. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so the sun hits over here. But I mean, it doesn't get much sun past that, huh? This looks cool though. This looks almost like photorealistic. This lighting right here. Yeah, it looks photorealistic. Okay, lighting in here. Looks pretty good. I like how like some of these light fixtures are not lit. It adds like a little bit of like maybe user error to like whoever maintains this temple, or like you know, like human error I should say instead of user error. Yeah, that's the one thing that sticks out to me on how to describe this list is the lighting looks photorealistic for the most part. It looks like it follows the same
Tacitus. What is this?
What is this?
Is that what you call it? In the Legion we would call it
A flame here.
Look how brittle the metal is.
I'm sorry. I just, well, the forge gets so hot.
It seems like it follows the same type of lighting as like as real life.
Now do it again.
Lighting spectrum, I think, is the word I'm trying to say. All right. Ah, okay. There's supposed to be the torches here. That's why the light is floating. Okay, so make note of it. If you're the modlist author or the team watching, these fixtures are missing. You might want to add them back in there. You see it? I know you got a big update coming out soon for your official release, so something worth noting if you haven't noticed it already. Oh, this is really cool. This is an overhaul to the inn here.
Hi.
But it's really got a lot of Dwemer influence.
Good morning.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune. Make me an offer, and I just might fight at your side.
And you got Remio in here.
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter.
Where's Remio?
Give a cripple
That's not
warrior
her.
a helping hand.
There she is.
Hi.
This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
Oh, sorry. Shall we get going?
Alright. Here we go. We got a little follower with us now.
We'll handle things from here. Move along.
Oh yeah, forgot. There's a torch. There's a light system here, so there's a torch I can light. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, there it is. It's right there on my hip. Okay, worth noting when it's dark out. Alright. So, we're gonna head towards, we're probably gonna head towards Falkreath. And then Riverwood. 17 minutes left. Let's jam. So even Remio had an NPC replacer. This Remio doesn't look like the usual I've seen. She looks different. She usually has these glasses on.
Alrighty.
But hey, she's cool. She's a good follower because she has this perk where you can have her unlock stuff for you. You don't have to use lockpicks.
If you see any signs of Talos worship, it's your obligation to report them to me.
Shut up, Thalmor. Alright. Well, they put me in my place. Let's not do that again. I was feeling a little strong, like I could take him on. Okay, wait, maybe let's try one more time. Let's get prepared though.
A new gallery in Solitude? We're going to go, right? That sounds amazing.
You don't stand a chance.
Yeah, no, they're too strong for us. We'll just skip over them. This is a good screenshot, by the way. This is really cool. I love the way the sun hits in that scenario. Or I love the way the sun had hit in that scenario. It's really cool.
A new gallery in Solitude? We're going to go, right? That sounds
I think I'll do silver sword and flames. So even though the lods weren't done for the grass on purpose, you can't really notice it with the way the things are arranged in this list. At least in some areas, like right here, this looks really well done still.
Move along. You're interfering with official Thormore business.
perhaps a tonal resonance between the soul gem and the core?
So far, this list is holding up really well. I'm quite impressed with it. I mean, you got quick loot with no compass going missing so far. You got no crashes so far, knock on wood. You got good lighting, interior and exterior. You got logs that are not generated, but the way the lighting is and the trees, the way they're arranged and the landscaping, you don't notice it as much. I think a lot of it is due to the lighting too. If it's too bright, you'll notice it more.
There's something here.
This list really is like a good, like, decent point of less is more. Like, I really think right after I'm done reviewing this list... Oh, actually, I guess I should wait. Well, as soon as the official release for 2.0 comes out, I think I'm gonna make that... I only have enough space on my RG ally for one mod list. I think I'm gonna make this list that mod list. Assuming it plays well. But based on what I see, I'm trying to gauge... I think it would play really well because you can use the upscaler and set it to like balanced or performance, and it shouldn't be too obvious on an ROG ally screen. It should still be pretty clean looking, but then you have all these performance choices to make the performance better. Because you never know, like when you go on trips and stuff, or you wanna bring like a good stable Skyrim experience with you, or you want to play in bed sometimes, and you want like a good lengthy playthrough that's gonna last a long time, especially with how often I play my RG ally, which is not that often. For those kind of niche scenarios, it should provide like years of content for me, even if I don't decide to update the list, because within years, you know, the list would require updates often. I guess I could, but I could just download that 2.0 version when it releases, and then I think if it's anything stable like this, it should be good enough that it doesn't need to update anymore. And you know, when you're playing lists that are hold back on modding to like the most peak up-to-date mods that are coming out right now, you lose the sense of having to update mods on that list as much. Now, when you have lists that are pushing like the boundaries on what's the latest mods out there, like, you know, like EnaiRim or Novus, then you feel like compelled more to update it when an update comes out, because you're like, okay, no, these are gonna improve things, this is gonna make things better, or maybe it's gonna make things more stable. But with the list that's okay with like having dated, like a dated feel to it, like, you know, like vanilla combat and all that, you feel less compelled. At least I do. I feel less compelled to update it when updates come out. This guy coming at me, or was he shooting a deer? It seemed like he was shooting me. Alright, so I know we're into heavy armor, but we'll switch it up a little bit. And we'll go with some hide armor, just to see how it looks. For you light armor players out there. God damn, fucking Skeever just came out of nowhere. So aggressively. I don't know what the cloak on is covering it. I don't know if there's SMP armor in this list. Let's see. Yeah, maybe there's some, but this for sure isn't. Remy's like nowhere to be found. What the? What happened? Are you serious? What hit me? Oh my god. Ugh. If you have any clue, please let me know in the comment section what the heck that was, because I have no idea. I guess I can go back during editing and look at the footage, but that doesn't happen too often. That's probably happened to me maybe once or twice before. Also, I attacked this guy thinking he was attacking me, but now I know he's attacking a deer or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, the animals in this list are super aggressive. They just like jump scare you. That bear came at me like the skeever did. I don't know if that's a mod or what, but that gets me every time. If you guys know, I play Apostasy a lot on this channel, and well, not on this channel, but if you know anything about me watching me on this channel, I play Apostasy a lot, and I don't recall the animals jumping at you out of nowhere like that in that list. So it has to be a mod. So this area is normally really rough on a lot of lists too. Novus was one where I first noticed it, but then Savage World was one of them. And yeah, I mean, it's like the area near Morthal. It's pretty rough. But I'm getting 45 FPS here, and I think that's worst case scenario. And again, this is native AA. If I was playing this list, I would trade off and get quality. If I were to keep this list, I would set it to quality or balance and just play with the higher frame rates. In fact, I would set it to quality and find a way to lock it at 60 FPS to just have a nice stable frame time. I really wonder where Remy went. Because of the recent list I played with the overhauls on Falkreath, I'm actually more intrigued about going to see what's there. That guy almost killed me. Were you a prisoner?
What now?
You're a prisoner. You can have some beer. Calm your nerves.
Nah, I don't think so. Until next time.
It's looking like it's a vanilla Morthal from this distance. No, maybe not. I don't know. It looks a little greener than I remember this area. I think the buildings are vanilla. But I think it's just done up with the modded landscaping. That's probably what it is. Alright, so we have about a minute left. 40 seconds actually, to be exact. We're gonna make it to Riverwood, and then we'll probably... Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna call it overtime right now, because it's been about 2 hours. And from here, we're gonna just hit up some areas with the carriage to take a look at it before we end the video.
You're the one casts those illusions. Impressive.
So where is the carriage driver? Oh, there you are. Snuck up on me too. Alright, yeah, my 2-hour timer just went off. There's a lot of hunters in this list. Actually, this is not even hunters. This is Markarth guards. Oh, dude, they just took this guy. Oh, he's a prisoner that escaped. Okay, yeah, so anyways, the carriage. Where's the driver at? Come on.
Need a ride?
Yes, there you go. There you are.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Riverwood.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Alright, so we'll go to Riverwood. We'll run from Riverwood to Whiterun. We'll take a look at Whiterun a little bit. And then we'll take the carriage from Whiterun to Riften. And then we'll call it in from there. And that should complete the circuit. I don't think this time of day does it justice for Riverwood. Okay, I think that's about as good as it gets, actually.
We got some furs and tree branches, paint them white, and then tie them to stump. Instant frost spider.
Frodnar, nobody's gonna believe that your dog is a frostbite spider. And if they do, they'll kill him. That's not much of a prank.
Oh yeah? And what would you rather do?
Anyways, yeah, so this is Riverwood. Kind of a light overhaul, if I can say that at all. It could just be vanilla. I have to look at it side by side. Some of these lists, it's not as obvious.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's an overhaul. He did say he uses JK light, so I think like it's light overhauls in some areas, and I think this is one of them.
Such a good boy. There's something here.
Okay, so this scene right here, you can notice it more, that the grass lots are not there. You can see it off in the distance there. You can see it by like the farms. But again, if you're upfront about it, like if you go into this list knowing that it's a design choice for performance, I think it doesn't disturb you as much as if maybe the list advertised that it's supposed to have LODs, but then it doesn't have it. then you feel like maybe something's wrong and you kind of want to get what's advertised, right? And so that's where the discomfort comes from.
Handle yourself well.
From seeing the lots missing.
Decent shield.
There you go. He jumped out again. I think it's something to do with this driver's guild.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those.
This mod, whatever it is, it's accompanied by that. It's accompanied by like these carriage drivers having their own little encampment, and then also that the animation of them jumping off their carriage. From what I can tell, that's what it is. The carriage drivers have a guard, and they have a little camp next to their carriage. So, I mean, I guess I should say after the 2-hour mark, right? If this is a Steam game, is what I usually say. Would I keep it? Oh my god. Look at that Nazim. That's a little unnecessary. If you're trying to keep the mod count down, I don't think this makes it into the essential mods part, but I guess if you're trying to be humorous, then you would leave it in there.
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make sense.
Yeah, so there's an overhaul to Whiterun, but it's subtle. So you got the foliage, of course, is overhauled, right? Or it's modded. And then you have like somewhere near the blacksmith, it was a little bit modded. He's got modded armor on him. Bellathor is a good spot to check out the lighting. Yeah, look at that. Like, this little fire pit. The rocks look realistic around it. And this moose head. With, like, just the way the lighting and the... This whole thing right here just looks really good.
Speak. Make it quick.
I don't remember an alchemist being in here selling stuff. Yeah, good lighting in there. We'll check out Dragon Reach, and then we'll head to Riften.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Trouble?
74 FPS raw performance in 4K in Whiterun is pretty good.
Make a move toward Balgraf, and you're dead.
You should be talking to my steward.
Yeah, the lighting looks good in here too. Yeah, the dust particles with the sun rays coming through.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's... The only grown-ups who talk to me are the kind I don't want.
I've never talked to Balgraf's kids before in this game,
Have I done
but
something to make you
I
bother me?
came across... Why did he follow me outside? I've come across recently inside the inn over here. The innkeeper was talking about his kids. Like it could have spawned into like a mission, or it could have like spun into a mission or something. But I didn't follow it through.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning.
What's the matter?
But that
You
bard
can't
is
stand
the
beside
worst.
a strong Nord woman?
Oh, I died. I was like, I thought I put on leather armor earlier. Alright, let's put that back on again. Or hide armor, I should say. There we go.
What is it?
I can take you to any of the... Where do you want to go?
Okay, let's go to Riften.
Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there.
Ah, he has that mod. I was waiting to see. He has the mod where the followers get in the carriage with you. I wonder how that works when you have like 10 followers with you though. Maybe it's meant for like vanilla followers where you just have one. Alright, I want to test something out here since we're in Riften. Someone on my Discord had told me you can shortcut through... you know, so usually I go down here to get into Riften to avoid the toll. But there's supposedly like a...
Before I let you into Riften.
No. There's supposedly a bunch of trash on the side of a wall somewhere that you can use to go up. So let's see. From the screenshot, it looked like it was somewhere around here. So let me give it a fair shot and see if I can find it. I guess I'm just gonna circle the whole perimeter and see if I can find it because... Right there, trash. Is this the trash? This looks like trash, but like, that's not high enough to get up. You jump on this. And then you jump. No. Okay, well this looks like a bunch of trash too, but it's not leaning up against the wall. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, I mean, that's the only perimeter, really. Otherwise, I'm just going back to where I was gonna go anyways to get in.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning.
It'd be great if you didn't run right into me.
It'd be great if you got out of my way so I can get on these stairs here.
I'm quite busy.
Are you serious? Dude, get out of my way, man. Get out of my way. Yeah, there you go. Keep walking. Keep walking.
What do you want?
Dude, are you serious right now? I'm about to light you up, man. Keep stepping. See, like they can actually hear you in Skyrim. Just so you know. I don't know. It's magic.
Don't look at me that way.
But they can hear you if you talk to them.
I catch you stealing anything, I'll break.
Oh, this is good lighting for Riften.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough.
Riften is tough to get. Riften is tough to get good lighting. I think I said tough the same time as that guy did, or right after. But yeah, Riften is usually it's hard to make the lighting right, but
I'm really getting tired of your excuses.
It just seems
When
like
you
I do
borrowed
it
the money,
wrong,
you said
given
you'd
others'
time and
responses.
for double the usual fee.
I know it. But how was I
yeah, it
to
looks
get
good. Let's go visit the temple or the castle, Mistvale Keep. I mean.
Yes?
Yeah, just
gloat, have we?
as I
Poke fun
suspected,
at
the
the
lighting
Jarl's
looks good in
youngest
here
son.
too. I
What
like
do you
this
want, Cat?
steel armor. It looks cool.
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you.
I think,
Good journey.
like Anuriel, for example, I think the NPCs could use a little bit of attention as far as replacers go. I don't think it'll cause so much of a performance impact, hopefully, but I feel like they could use a little bit of a re-examination on the selections that are chosen, just to kind of like match the rest of the upscale vibe that this list is going for. You know, with its on point, like this guy right here looks.
I would ask that you maintain
This guy
a
looks good.
distance from her at all times.
So you look at this guy, and then you go and look at her. It's not quite the same level, right?
What brings you here?
So you need this level of facial features
Did you have some sort
on
of official business here?
your options, because even if
What can I do for
she like barely makes the cut, in my opinion.
Good journey to you.
She looks better though than her. She looks too generic.
Did we have an appointment?
No.
Was it delivered?
What do you think you're...
Yeah.
Oh no, and an adventurer of all things.
There's a lot of selections out there on Nexus that I think
By the gods, I just got over the
maybe play around with some in the future. Yeah, even this guy looks pretty
From the
good.
gloat, have we? To poke fun at the Jarl's youngest son?
Hmm?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to throw something out there, right? Like, cause some of these videos are meant to be not like a negative thing, but like a, you know, a consumer wish list. Like, if I'm watching, if you're watching someone who's playing this list, what kind of
New in town, eh?
what kind of things would they see and say in their heads, where I'm saying it out loud, what they
Running a
wish
little light in the pockets,
this
Lana?
list had,
I could take a hint.
to make it like a more
Wanna make some
overall
coin?
like ideal experience.
Plays, musical plays. What can I do?
There's not much gripes I have, honest. There's not much gripes I have with this list, honestly. It seems to kind of tick the box in a lot of things. It is, you got to take it for what it is, right? So, anyhow, we're gonna wrap the video up here,
Get off your lazy tail and take care of the customer.
and we're gonna talk about. No, I don't want to drink.
If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Okay, so let's wrap the review up. What do we think of it? Let's go down the list. Performance, 5 out of 5. You got community shaders, but not only that, it pulls its punches on things like the grass lods, intentional, and it also picks and chooses its textures to be low res in a lot of areas that you might not notice it as much, and maybe even the NPC replacer selections are part of it as well. But I think the performance is great even without any upscaler on or frame gen. I think it's getting really good, like near 60 FPS most of the time or higher. So 5 out of 5. Combat's vanilla combat, but it feels good. The hitboxes are good. It's a perfect example of less is more, and sometimes that's like right on the money sometimes. So I would say combat, you can only score it so high with it being vanilla, because then again, what's the point of modding, right? I like that it has vanilla but adds a modular dodge system to it, where you can pick a dodge where you roll, or a dodge where you'll kind of just jump to the side. So that's cool. It kind of adds a little bit to the combat there, but it doesn't have like a blood texture overhaul of any sort. So that would be ideal, but I get it. They want to be minimal, and they want to kind of keep to their core vision of having it as simple as possible, so it can be as stable as possible, so you can focus on like a story playthrough or collecting all the LTD stuff.
You can take the bed, okay?
And so I get it. So like dismembering framework and all that, it's not part of this list, and I think it plays on this list strengths to kind of pull those punches and not put those into the list. The UI is a pleasant surprise. It's not often to come across Nordic UI nowadays, but I think it works really well for this list. I think with how simplified this list mod options are, you don't need a complicated UI at all. And so this interior lighting looks really good too, by the way. So the UI is really good. I think based on how it fits with this list, I would give it a 5 out of 5 as well. Visuals, just so you got to take it for what this list is, right? It's trying to be performance friendly. It like I said, it pulled its punches on the LODs for the grass. It pulled its punches on the textures. It definitely intentionally did not use the highest res textures that you can find available for download. So it tried to seek a middle ground there. And so I would say the visuals are a few notches down from, of course, you know, those 5 out of 5 peak visual list that we review. But the lighting makes up for it in a lot of ways. And then the selection to use community shaders, and the fact that the rainfall kind of causes the ground to get wet is a really nice touch as well. And the armors get wet from it. So that's cool. No HDT SMP armors, it seems like, from what I can tell. Maybe there are a few select ones in the list. That would have been nice to see, but again, that's a performance thing too. So, you know, visuals is not going to be the best score ever, and I think you can, from what I just said, you can understand why. But again, they make up for it with the lighting, and so that was very clever of them. Stability, 5 out of 5 stability. There's no hiccups at all. This entire run, there was no mod going wrong. There's nothing happening that shouldn't be happening. The compass stayed there because it's not compass navigation overhaul, but also quick loot was there, not causing any havoc on anything. Stability is a 5 out of 5. So I think overall you're gonna see that this list got a really good rating today, and you should definitely try it out. But wait for the 2.0 official release coming out in about a week, and definitely support. Like, go on to the link section, or just check out the description section of the video. You're gonna see a Q&A from the modlist author on their vision of the list. See if it aligns with you and your playstyle, or your preferences. Check out the links. Support the modlist author. Use some of those links to find out how to get to their Discord, because I don't think I included that into the link section. But join their Discord. Their Discord is just a channel within a larger server of different mod lists. So Bottle Rim's in there. You also got a few other lists in there as well. So check it out. If you do like these type of videos, if you want to support the channel, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to check out more videos of Skyrim Marathon, I got a ton more, so take a look at some of the links that pop up in just a moment. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you all on the next Skyrim Marathon.